Alright, I just wanted to make a quick video on cutting foam. I do a lot of custom work, and I found some ways to cut foam are better than others. And I've got a whole pile of foam here that I wanted to cut and do some gluing to, so I figured I'd show you what I do. Now, the biggest secret to cutting foam is having brand new blades. My favorite thing is an X-Acto. But once this thing, I don't know if you can see it, but once this thing gets dirty or gets some glue on it or whatever, instead of cutting the foam, it'll drag. Now that one's still pretty sharp, so I would have no problem. You can kind of see how it's dragging. A brand new blade will just cut right through there, but don't do it for long. See how it drug through there? Same with like a blade like this. I've got a whole bunch of them, but when I want to really cut something nice, I'll use that. Another thing to do is these should be longer, but the long blade is good when you want to go through something. And this one is dull too. But the brand new ones of these right out of the pack are great for cutting and trimming foam. Another thing you can do, I bought this off eBay. You'll see these all the time. This is the Chinese foam cutter, and this thing actually works. It's quite cheap, but it heats up enough and it does a good job of cutting foam. This one here would be more for big jobs because it's got the wire and it works pretty good, but that wire is flexible and it gives you a wavy cut. So if you wanted to cut blocks or something like this, this actually works pretty good. It's got a tiny little power adapter here. You plug it in, wait not too long, probably about 2 or 3 minutes, and it gets hot enough and it'll do the job. This is the one I use the most here, and it's for making holes, and it also cut, but it don't cut with very, very good precision. Here, let me plug it in. So it don't take too long, but after a couple minutes it gets hot enough. And you can see you can make a cut with that, but it's not very precise. Also, I use it to just make holes. If you want to put bamboo skewers through something, or you can use this, and I've done it before, to make the hole first, so it does it really nice. But I can cut this in half if I really wanted to, but you can see it's kind of struggling there. But this really isn't that bad. I think I paid $14 with shipping for this, which is probably about as much as you'd want to pay, because it is cheap quality, but it does work. Let me try the other thing. Show this, and you can kind of see the cut isn't that great. Little sandpaper, if you wanted that flat, would fix it. Now we got the wire here, and you'll see what I mean by, see how well that just cuts right through. But it's really hard to keep straight because it flexes. So you see the jagged edge it kind of cuts. That's not too bad. I mean, a little sandpaper. But this thing actually does work pretty good. And like I said, 14 bucks. You get one on eBay, Amazon. They're like all the same. Seems they're made by the same Chinese people. It's just people have different names, and I've seen different prices. But it works pretty good for 14 bucks. Like I said, you won't get precision cuts with it, but I'd recommend it.